A $57,000 repair bill for a fender bender, transmission failure before 500 miles, depreciation of up to 60% in 2 years. These are just some of the issues plaguing the 17 worst pick trucks to buy in 2026. Dealer lots are piling up with these trucks, and buyers are trading them in at a loss. But the worst one? Even insurers are too scared to cover it. Let's begin with the best-selling truck in history. Number 17. Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid. The Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid is known for having the lowest reliability score in Consumer Reports history. The 2021 model year got a score of just 4 out of 100. It turns out those accusations were bogus, and CR has now given the 2025 model a reliability score of 93. The actual problems with the PowerBoost Hybrid are its price and long-term depreciation. The PowerBoost Hybrid costs between $3,000 more than the reliable 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6. For that, you get more horsepower and only a 2 miles per gallon improvement in fuel economy in the city. You get identical fuel savings on the highway. As for depreciation, regular F-150s lose 44% of their value in 5 years, while the PowerBoost loses up to 60% in 3. That's a $33,000 hit to save $10 a year on fuel. Later on, we'll see a truck that loses twice that in half the time. But first is the brand that dominates this list. Number 16. GMC Canyon. Here's another truck that has gotten the rough treatment from Consumer Reports. The 2025 model year got a shocking 8 out of 100 reliability rating, which is controversial. The real problem with the Canyon is that it's just an overpriced version of the Chevrolet Colorado. For $6,000 more, you get the same 2.7-liter Turbo 4 pushing 310 horsepower with 430 pound-feet of torque. You also get the same class-leading 7,700-pound towing capacity on higher trims. The main difference is that the interior is nicer, and some features come as standard. As for the reliability concerns, there's been one potential catastrophe so far. There is a ticking noise in the engine for the 2025 to 2026 model years, which GM claims is not a big deal. The alleged culprit is manufacturing debris in the valve train. However, GM is concerned that the debris could be in the engine. That's the problem plaguing another GM truck we'll see much later. Before then, let's check in with the Canyon's twin. Number 15. Chevrolet Colorado. Just like the Canyon, the Chevrolet Colorado is a beautiful truck. However, buyers have to be aware of 2 main problems. The first is that the 3-year resale value on these trucks has taken a huge hit. That's due to the CR reliability report and a couple of recalls. Besides the ticking noise, the roof of the 2025 Colorado could get dented from touchless car washes. This problem affected models without the sunroof, but it tanked resale values across the board. The second problem is that if you plan on keeping a truck long-term, you're better off with the Tacoma. They're priced similarly, but they are worlds apart when it comes to reliability. Plus, there are still a few questions about the turbocharged engine. Car and Driver rates the Colorado as the 4th best mid-sized truck, behind the Ford Ranger, Ranger Raptor, and Tacoma. However, if you don't mind losing half the value of your truck in 3 years, go for it. Things are about to get really bad for GM on this list. But before then, we need you to tap the like and subscribe button if you're getting any value from this video. Back to our favorite unreliable truck maker. Number 14. GMC Sierra EV. For a truck that costs between $65,000 and $99,000, you expect perfection. However, that's never the reality with a GM vehicle. Right out the gate, these trucks come with a host of manufacturing defects. Creaking steering wheels and dashboards are one of the tiny distractions. Then you move on to infotainment system glitches. It could go off for 2 hours or 2 days, and unless you get a replacement, there's no way to fix it. Then you have tires that wear out every 30,000 miles. Considering these use Michelin LTX 24-inch tires, you're looking at $2,320 for a set. While you're at it, you'll also need a new 12-volt battery. Sure, the 24-module Ultium battery pack will also fail, but at least that's covered under warranty for 100,000 miles. After that, you're facing a $30,000 to $50,000 replacement. Then, there's the nearly $40,000 depreciation in 3 years. Basically, unless you're absolutely loaded, it's not worth the risk, but at least it hasn't been discontinued like the next truck. Number 13. Ford F-150 Lightning. The Ford F-150 Lightning is the best-selling EV truck in the US ahead of the Cybertruck and the Hummer. At an average selling price of $74,500, the Lightning is still a bargain compared to those two. Combine that with the prestige of the F-150, and you've got a perfect truck, unless you actually want to tow something. The F-150 Lightning is rated to tow as much as 7,000 pounds. However, doing so decimates the EV range from 300 miles down to just 90 miles. Range also disappears in cold weather or when you're driving at highway speeds. What makes this worse than other trucks is how long it takes to charge. Then, there's the depreciation of up to $35,000 in just 2 years. That was even before Ford announced its discontinuation. This will go down as one of the best failures because many owners genuinely love this truck. Plus, it's not a reliability nightmare like the next Ford truck. Number 12. Ford Super Duty. The Ford Super Duty is built to throw down with the best of them. When equipped with the 6.7-liter diesel V8, this heavy-duty truck can handle a payload of 8,000 pounds and tow 40,000 pounds with a gooseneck hitch. That's more than anything the Ram HD or the Chevy Silverado HD can manage. The only problem with the Super Duties is that they're never on the road. Last year, Ford recalled 115,000 Super Duty pickups due to a steering column issue. Then, earlier this year, they recalled another 11,400 trucks because a problem with the rear driveshaft weld can lead to separation and a sudden loss of power. Ford has yet to fully identify all of the 2025 and 2026 trucks affected by this problem. There are 5 other recalls affecting the 2025 model year. Even if Ford fixes all of these problems, they'll be worthless on the used market. Speaking of vehicles with poor resale values, number 11, Chevy Silverado EV. The Chevy Silverado EV was designed to go toe-to-toe with the Ford F-150 Lightning, but it doesn't compare. Still, that 754 horsepower and 493 miles of range are impressive. It also comes with fast charging, a bunch of driver assistance tech, and a 12,500-pound towing capacity. We also love how the Multiflex midgate extends the bed to over 9 feet. However, the Chevy has a few questionable choices, like the lack of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. The long braking distance is also troubling, considering its size. The wide-open Watts drive mode also comes with massive torque steer, which sucks the fun out of it. Constant software glitches and a 17-inch screen that barely uses 12 inches are simple things GM should have fixed. Then, there's the $55,000 MSRP. Some 2024 models have already lost 55% of their value, leaving owners up to $35,000 poorer. Now, we get into the catastrophic trucks, starting with a heavy-duty disappointment. Number 10, Ram 2500 and 3500 HD. When you spend $80,000 on a truck, you expect it to spend more time on the road than at the dealers. Yet, that's the nightmare many Ram 2500 owners have been dealing with for years. The 2025 model year has already had 4 recalls for various electrical problems. The 2026 Ram 3500 is not far behind with 3 recalls. Then there's the transmission. The 6.8 RFE transmission that comes with the Cummins diesel engine is the worst tranny on the market. One guy said he needed a full transmission replacement. Less than 500 miles into driving his new truck, other owners have had to deal with clutch failure, torque converter shutter, and overheating. While newer 68 RFE transmissions are better, they have affected the resale value of these trucks. So when you buy a Ram HD, expect to lose 70% of its value in 5 years. That's more than the price of a brand new sedan. Not to be outdone, GM is back with another engine misfire. Number 9. GMC Sierra 1500 with the 6.2-liter V8. The GMC Sierra is the perfect balance of power and luxury. Sure, it can't tow as much as the Ford F-150, but its interior is much nicer. Plus, it comes equipped with GM's Super Cruz hands-free driving system. But just when the Sierra was finally ready to surpass the Ram 1500, GM butchered the 6.2-liter V8. Last year, GM pulled nearly 600,000 trucks, including the 2021 to 2024 Sierra 1500 and Chevrolet Silverado 1500. The problem was incorrectly manufactured crankshafts and connecting rods that can cause instant engine failure. Nobody knows what GM did to fix the problem because they just continued. 36 owners experienced engine failure after the recall, which triggered an NHTSA investigation. It is unclear how many trucks have been affected, which is why GM has been forced to gut the price on the 2026 model. Buyers are backing out in droves, and the same thing is happening to the next mess from GM. Number 8. Chevrolet Silverado 1500. The Chevy Silverado is the GMC Sierra's twin, But unlike the Sierra, there's no reason to buy the new Silverado, even without the engine problems. In 2026, the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 now looks dated. The last model redesign was in 2019, which is a lifetime in the vehicle world. It's clear that GM put all of its creativity behind its EV truck lineup and ignored the old guard. Sure, there was a recent upgrade to the interior, but it still lags behind the Ram and the Ford F-150. While the Silverado can tow an impressive 13,300 pounds, this is only available with the problematic 6.2-liter V8, but even then, it's still behind the similarly priced F-150. If you want Super Cruise, you'll have to upgrade to the top-tier High Country trim. That's a $66,000 vehicle. At that price, you might as well get the GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. Now, it's time to say goodbye and good riddance to a failed experiment. Number 7. Hyundai Santa Cruz. After 4 years of dismal sales, Hyundai pulled the plug on its highly controversial truck early. While the idea behind a small pickup truck with a tiny bed wasn't bad, the execution was trash. The main problem was the dual-clutch transmission. A DCT is meant to deliver smoother shifts, which is why it's used in some Porsche 911s. But in the Santa Cruz, it caused jerky shifts, especially at low speeds. The transmission is also prone to a circuit board failure that will leave the vehicle coasting in neutral. Buyers experienced complete transmission failure in under 5,000 miles. Even though Hyundai recalled 130,000 cars and claimed the issue was fixed for 2023, it still affects 2025 models. After spending a fortune on replacing transmissions, Hyundai finally decided to change to a torque converter automatic. But by then, the damage had already been done. Now, it's time to reveal the only other non-American brand on the list. Number 6. Toyota Tundra i-Force. For roughly 25 years, the Toyota Tundra has been one of the most consistent, reliable, and best-selling full-size trucks. However, that has come crashing to pieces due to the i-Force twin-turbo V6. Back in 2024, owners started reporting rough running, engine stalling, and knocking. This affected all Tundras with this engine between 2022 and 2024. Toyota recalled 100,000 vehicles, and we thought that was the end of it. The Japanese car maker recommended a switch to a different oil, but it didn't work. Toyota was forced to recall even more 2025 Tundras and Sequoias earlier this year over the same problem. It turned out to be a manufacturing defect that allows debris to fall into the crankshaft bearing. This can not only shut the engine down, but also put drivers at risk of a serious crash. The only fix is a full engine replacement. This has not only tanked the resale value of these trucks, but has also affected Toyota's credibility and integrity. This catastrophic failure almost makes the next truck look good. Number 5. GMC Hummer EV. The GMC Hummer EV is a vehicle of two extremes. You either get an awesome truck or you get a lemon. There's no in between. But let's start with the good. The resurrected Hummer is a beast. The 3X motor delivers over 1,000 horsepower, goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, and has a 350-mile range. Then there's the crab walk feature that takes off-roading to a whole new dimension. However, transmission leaks and battery failure under 4,000 miles have been reported. In just 3 months of ownership, one Reddit user said his truck had been to the dealer 3 times. The last time was for a 30-day stint. The same thing happened with a user on Edmunds, whose $100,000 mistake spent a month at the shop and GM couldn't figure out the problem. Besides reliability, you also have to deal with massive $50,000 depreciation in just 2 years and sky-high insurance of up to $10,000 per year. Only people with money to burn buy the Hummer EV or the next one. Number 4. Jeep Gladiator. Imagine spending $60,000 on a truck only for it to depreciate by $25,000 in just 1 year. Don't imagine. That's the Jeep Gladiator. The Gladiator is meant to be the new Wrangler with a bed, but it fails at both. First, the Gladiator offers the worst driving experience on pavement. The steering is constantly pulling you to one side, and the wind noise makes conversations impossible. The only time you enjoy driving this is out in the woods, but on land, you might as well walk. Jeep also terminated the manual and diesel options, leaving you with a gas-guzzling 3.6-liter V6. Some people have reported fuel economy of just 12 miles per gallon. Consumer Reports ranks this dead last among mid-sized pickup trucks, far below the Honda Ridgeline, Nissan Frontier, and the Toyota Tacoma. In other words, get anything else? Well, maybe not the next one. Number 3. Tesla Cybertruck. The Tesla Cybertruck was meant to be the vehicle of the future. Instead, it could go down in history as one of the most epic failures of all time. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong, from production delays to expensive recalls. But the major problem for buyers now is insurance. More insurers are dropping coverage for the Cybertruck, citing low production volumes and impossible repairs. The Cybertruck already costs 45% more to insure than the average luxury truck, but that's not nearly enough. Edmunds documented how a collision with a sedan resulted in a $57,000 repair bill. That was much more than the six-figure truck was worth at the time. The steer-by-wire system is also difficult for independent shops to calibrate, and even Tesla can't afford to fix the trucks under warranty the way they should. So, you're spending 60 to 100 grand on a truck that loses half its value in 2 years, can't be insured, and costs too much to repair. That's the same story as the next truck. Number 2. Rivian R1T. If you believe the reports, the Rivian R1T is the worst truck in the market. It has sky-high insurance premiums, abysmal reliability, and loses up to 70% of its value in less than 5 years. Yet, the Rivian R1T has the highest customer owner satisfaction for the 3rd year running. That's because buyers don't know exactly what they're getting into. The Rivian is experimental tech that is fun while it lasts. At 70 miles per hour, this truck still delivers 358 miles of range. It can tow up to 11,000 pounds, is a capable off-roader, and is extremely comfortable. The 1,025 horsepower quad motor also does 0 to 60 in just 2.6 seconds. However, repairs are a nightmare. A simple fender bender turns into a $40,000 repair due to the unibody aluminum panel. To be fair, the Rivian R1T isn't made for everyone. So if losing a $100,000 vehicle would bother you, don't buy it. Yet, it's a safer risk than the final truck. Number 1. Ram 1500 Hurricane. Finally, we come to a truck with a reliability score that Consumer Reports actually got right. The 2026 Ram 1500 has a shocking score of just 5, and it's well-deserved. The main problem is the new 3.6-liter V6 Hurricane engine. Yes, it's faster and more fuel-efficient than the V8 Hemi, but it's constantly braking. Electrical and sensor glitches are draining batteries, trucks are rough idling, and engines are overheating. This is all happening under 10,000 miles. Then, there are problems with the wastegate actuator that are causing the turbos to tap out. And then, there's the integrated trailer control module that glitches non-stop and prevents you from towing. The sensors for the forward collision system are also malfunctioning and causing phantom braking. That's why buyers are scrambling for the last remaining Hemis. Unless Ram reverses this decision or fixes the Hurricane, this might be the mistake that finally puts them out of business. As you can see from this video, buyers are tired of overpriced vehicles with unproven tech and questionable quality. That's why dealer lots are now full of some of these trucks. But maybe it's your chance to get one of these vehicles at a bargain, and here's how.